Hi everyone, John W. Quinn here, the author of Someone Like Me. Yesterday the nation lost another great actor, Phillip Seymour Hoffman, by a drug overdose. And ever since I got that sad news yesterday, it's really been on my mind, and I just wanted to share some thoughts with you on this loss and what are the lessons learned from it. I mean, it's just such a tragedy. My thoughts and prayers go to his family and friends and all his co-workers there in Hollywood, everyone who knew him. He was one of my favorite actors. Such a loss. But from tragedy, again, I think there's lessons to be learned here. And it's simply this, that addiction, King Addiction, doesn't care who you are. I don't care. Here's a man who had wealth and fame and power at his disposal, and it did him no good. And addiction doesn't care. They don't discriminate. Addiction does not discriminate on who you are, whether you're a Hollywood actor or a school teacher, in the Midwest. It doesn't matter. They'll take anybody down. Anybody down. I don't care if you have fame, power, money. Doesn't matter at all. It's such a thing, and I know as someone who's been sober for a number of years, what it's like to be caught in that vicious cycle of addiction. It's hard to get out of that trap. And as my friend Jim Ross Meskerman said yesterday in his tribute yesterday to Mr. Hoffman, addiction is the kind of trap where you don't want to get out of. I know that from my own experience, I didn't realize I had a problem until I got in trouble. And pain is a great motivator. It made me realize some things about myself. I always thought that, addicts and alcoholics or people who slept under bridges and pushed shopping carts and, used a shelter and all those things. That's not the case. It could be anybody. I was a senior chief petty officer in the United States Navy when I got sober. So, it can take anybody down at any time. And, the alcoholic mind, it has a very short memory over what happened the night before. I know from myself, again, I'm speaking from my own experience with alcohol, I would get so drunk the night before, swear off in the morning, I'm never going to do that again. By 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm back at the bar. It was insanity is what it was. And again, it wasn't until I got in trouble and was forced to get some help, forced to look at myself, that that I got sober. And the other part of the story for me is I read that Mr. Hoffman had 23 years of sobriety at one point in his life, and had recently gone back out, as they say. That's a cautionary tale for me, to be ever vigilant with this addiction inside me that wants to, that tells me, yeah, come on, John, it wasn't so bad that last time that you had a drink, or whatever addiction you want to use. That's what that's what the alcoholic mind does. It kind of just baits you into taking one glass of beer, one shot or whatever it might be. They want you to take that one shot. Once I know that for myself, if I was to have one beer, it's like lighting the stick of dynamite. It might go off that night. It might go off a week from now. It might go off a month from now. It might go off a year from now. But it's going to go off. The best thing that I can do is total abstinence from alcohol and to not light that fuse. So, if you're struggling with it, I urge you to get some help. If you think you have a problem with drugs or alcohol, you probably do. So get help, and know that it's okay to get help. A lot of people, especially men, I think, look at it as a sign of weakness to ask for help. But when it comes to addiction, this is such a big thing that I know from my own experience, I couldn't battle it on my own. I had to get the help. And asking for help is actually a sign of strength, not weakness. So, again, my thoughts and prayers go out to Mr. Hoffman and his entire family. And again, all the best to everyone out there. Let's all love one another and be safe. All right? Be well. Bye-bye.